almost had him. This is a different breed than the last few.
So I was going through my list of activities to learn how to do, and my eyes locked on to fishing. If we peel back the memories I have, we find ourselves back home in Indiana. We lived across the street from a pond. Rarely, like once a year, we would see what we could catch. Mostly a bluegill here and there. But again, this was childhood. And this is my brother actually, it's not me. So it's been well over a decade since I've tried to catch a fish, and I'd like to do it again. So I looked for some professional fishermen in the area and came across Josh Bertrand. He's won tournaments and competed for a long time, and, this is key, gives guided tours and coaching. Not only can he catch fish, but he can teach people how to catch fish. I reached out to him, he reached out to me, we got a day set up, and off we go. The day starts at 4 in the morning. I struggle to wake up, and then I get over it because I got myself into this mess. I get ready and drive off to the pin that Josh sent me. It's a beautiful drive, or it probably would have been if the sun was up. I spent my hard-earned $12 to park. I approached the water and I met him for the first time. We go out, and then I ask him the most important question. Do you think it's possible for me to learn this in the short time that we have?
I think this is going to be one of the easier things that you've been able to do as far as challenges on this show, man. I think you're going to pick it up real quick. You know, fishing is as easy as you want to make it.
Did it happen? We'll find out at the end. We spent 5 hours on the water. Fishing for 5 hours was really fun, and watching someone fish for 5 hours is probably not fun. I'll try to find a way to make it entertaining. So the first thing I did was get to know Josh. What gives him the authority to teach me how to fish?
I got into guiding at about 18 years old out of high school and did that, and I still do that. I love getting out, taking people, showing them the local lakes and how to fish. And I also do a lot of tournament fishing. I travel the country. I fished on the Bassmaster Elite Series. I currently fish on the Major League Fishing Trail. So that's a big part of what I do. I travel the country. I compete in tournaments, and then when I'm here in Arizona, I take other folks out and try to teach them my passion.
So he's a pro, he's been doing this for years, and he even recently went through a tournament in Michigan. We ran into our first obstacle before we even started.
We're out here on a weekday, and typically the weekdays on all these lakes are much quieter. You don't have to deal with too many people. There's an interesting scenario that we've got going this morning. There's actually a local midweek bass tournament club that has a tournament scheduled on the lake today. So we're gonna have to deal with a couple extra fishermen, but there's plenty of fish, plenty of water, and slight inconvenience, but I think we'll be able to overcome it.
It doesn't matter. Let's try the spot that we're in. Here's my first lesson.
A lot of times the best way to catch them is something that's going to be moving slowly. We use all artificials out here, no live bait in my boat, and this is just simply a plastic worm made by Berkeley. It's on a small 1/0 hook, and then you've got a weight on the bottom. This is called a drop shot rig. And if you're watching and you're looking for one technique that's easy to use and it's gonna catch a lot of fish in Arizona, this drop shot rig is it. It's the best rig for beginners, and it's the best rig for experts on these Arizona lakes. So this weight sits on the bottom, the worm sits up on top, and it's really easy to fish. You're gonna cast it out. The easiest way to cast is to try to have a foot and a half of line between your rod tip and the bait. You're gonna stick your right hand, hold the right hand right here. Your index finger is a trigger. You put your finger over the line, press it up against the rod. This is called the bail. You open the bail and now you're ready to cast. So basically, line under the finger, open the bail. I like to put my left hand on the bottom of the rod for support, and you just cast. When you cast, you release with your finger.
Okay.
You can do overhand, sidearm, whatever feels easiest. You can see the line is high vis, the line's yellow. So when we first cast, you saw the line feeding out, and now it's just still. The bait's on the bottom, it went slack. You're gonna manually close the bail, and now you're fishing. Let it sink to the bottom and then slowly fish it back. So, we're looking for fish that are sitting on the bottom, waiting for an easy meal. These fish are down there eating, crawfish and bluegill and other types of small bait fish, but Okay, so it just hit the bottom. We saw our line go slack. Now we're just gonna slowly drag it. Literally inching it along a few inches at a time. And while we do that, we try to feel, you know, that we're using a pretty sensitive rod and we're feeling it kind of crawling over the rocks, one rock at a time. And when you get a bite, it's just gonna feel different. You know, the rocks are kind of a dull feeling, just kind of clipping along. When you get a bite, it's almost gonna feel like a tick or a tap or sharp. And you know, the easiest thing to do is if you're not sure what you're feeling, if you think, oh, hey, that feels different than the bottom, set the hook.
We fish here for a while. It's my first time, so I have to learn the feel of the rod and learn the technique, but it's just nice to be out in nature. It's very peaceful. I didn't catch anything, but Josh did.
There's one right there. We were just about to give up on this spot too. What do we got? Nice little chunky guy. It's no monster by Saguaro Lake standards, but it's our first fish, so we'll take it. That fish is eating really well. It's about as fat as it is long. There's our drop shot rig right there, and there's our bass, just a little under 2 pounds. But look how wide that thing is. All right, let's let it go.
We let the fish go and then we go on to the next spot. And on our way there, we find our next obstacle. I lost my hat. And I'm really gonna miss that hat. We continue on to spot number 2, and we catch nothing.
Sharp drop off. There's the top of the ledge, and there's some fish sitting right there. Again, we can see them. Are they biting? No.
Should I be reeling in? So we go to spot number 3, and I finally caught something. It was a tree.
Right after, you gotta throw it in at least one tree to be a real fisherman.
And I also caught a rock.
Oh, caught the rock. So try this, bro. Yep, straight towards it and back. Like pop it like it's slack. Yep.
Things weren't looking very good for me. I was catching a lot of things, but none of them were fish. We got to a new spot, and on the way there, we spotted something on the mountain.
Better.
A bighorn sheep. He decided to spectate us, and I consider that a good omen.
We'll take it as a good omen. Yeah, good luck, bro. Yeah, for sure.
And guess what? I started to catch some fish. First I got a small one, and my camera conveniently died as I was catching it, so I don't have any video of me actually catching it. But I got this picture. And then I caught another small one.
You're coming up it right now. Ooh, was that a fish? Yeah, set the hook, dude. Got him. Yeah, bro, you got him. Okay, good job, man. Way to go. Got one.
But I was on the hunt for another. I wanted a big one, and time was running out. At this point, we were starting to feel the effects of standing around on a boat for hours, staring at the water. Josh made a decision. He told me we had about half an hour to get the big one, but he knew that the big one was out there.
We chose the challenging lake, hoping to get a big one here, and I think we're gonna get a big one. But a couple of these lakes out here, there's a lot more fish, but they're all small. Like that last one I caught, like that's kind of like what you're gonna catch out at Bartlett and Pleasant and stuff. But I mean, for reference, like the first one was like a 2, that one was like a 1, but I mean, there's a lot of 5 to 10 pounders in here, way bigger, so.
So we developed a game plan. Go back to our first spot and hope for the best. I knew I missed getting good video for the first 2 catches, which which meant I needed to get it together for the last one, because I wasn't leaving without another catch. With one camera dead, I had to tell Josh to get video of me catching the big one, because I knew he was out there. And well,
this is all you, so it's a real specific spot. It's where we started, man, and hopefully the fish are set up even a little bit better now. But it's going to be specific on where you throw, so we'll get into position here. Okay, let's see. You're going to throw it just like 20 to 30 feet that direction. Yeah, perfect, dude. That's excellent. How does he feel?
I don't know.
He's coming up. Oh! That's the one we've been waiting for. It's a monster, dude. Almost had him. This is a different breed than the last few. How did he get caught? Look at that! Look at that!
Yes!
Giant. Yep. Good job, dude.
Oh, whew. I can do it. At the end of the day, this was super fun, and I would love to do it again. Josh was really helpful, and I'm sure that I wouldn't have been able to do it without him. I'm really glad that I was able to catch that big one, because it makes for good video. And I don't care that holding a fish in front of you makes it look bigger, I'm going to do it anyway.